Imagine for a moment that you are standing on the deck of a ship in the middle of the ocean at night. The water stretches endlessly in every direction, a black mirror under the stars. There is no land, no lights, no sign of life. Just silence. But beneath you, hidden under miles of cold, crushing water, the ocean is alive. And sometimes, it speaks. Strange, unexplainable sounds have been captured deep below the waves. They do not sound like whales, they do not sound like earthquakes, they do not sound like ice breaking. They sound like voices. Voices from the deep. And when you hear them, you cannot help but wonder if something impossible is calling out from the abyss. Tonight, we are going to descend into that darkness together and uncover the creepiest and most unsettling sounds ever recorded in the ocean. And I warn you, by the time this journey is over, you may never look at the sea the same way again. The most legendary of these sounds is known as the bloop. It was recorded in 1997 by a network of hydrophones, underwater microphones, designed to track submarines and seismic activity. What they picked up was not just a sound, but a roar so powerful it was heard across the entire Pacific Ocean. Imagine a single noise loud enough to be detected thousands of miles away. Scientists at first thought it could be an icequake, massive ice sheets cracking and shifting, but the frequency pattern didn't match. It rose in pitch like something alive, as though a gigantic throat had unleashed a call from the darkness. People began to speculate. Could it be a whale of unimaginable size? Or something even stranger? When you listen to the bloop today, it is chilling because it doesn't just sound like noise. It sounds alive. And if it came from a creature, then that creature would have to be larger than any whale ever known. But the bloop is not alone. 2 years later, in 1999, another sound was recorded off Antarctica. Scientists nicknamed it Julia. It lasted for minutes, a low, mournful moan that echoed through the depths. Listening to it feels like hearing a massive being crying out in pain, its voice distorted by the crushing waters. The name Julia almost makes it feel human, as if we were hearing the wail of a lost soul trapped under ice. Some dismissed it as the sound of icebergs, scraping across the seafloor. But the truth is, no one really knows. And once you've heard Julia, you cannot shake the feeling that something alive was behind it. Then there is Upsweep. Unlike the single, dramatic events of the bloop or Julia, Upsweep is different. First detected in 1991, it has been recorded consistently ever since. It's a repeating, haunting pattern of sounds, like an alarm, or like a strange call, rising and falling across the ocean. What makes it terrifying is that it never stopped. Every year, especially during spring and autumn, hydrophones pick up Upsweep again. Always in the same remote region of the Pacific. Always unexplained. It doesn't sound random. It doesn't sound natural. It sounds intentional, as if something is broadcasting, waiting for someone, or something, to answer. Another eerie recording is called the Slow Down. Captured in 1997, it lasted for over 7 minutes. The sound slowly descended in pitch, like something massive sinking deeper into the ocean. Scientists suggested it could be ice shifting across the seabed. But those who have heard it know it feels more alive than that. Like the dying call of some colossal beast retreating into the black. The name Slow Down almost makes you think of a creature moving in pain, dragging itself through the abyss. But perhaps the most unsettling sounds of all are those that resemble voices. There are recordings of metallic bangs, echoing like giant chains dragging along the seafloor. Others sound like engines, steady, mechanical hums recorded in areas where no ships were present. Imagine listening to hydrophone recordings and hearing what sounds like a machine deep in the ocean, far away from civilization. Are we hearing natural seismic shifts, or the engines of something we were never meant to discover? And then there are the whale songs. Most people think of them as beautiful, calming. But in the darkness of the deep ocean, even whale calls can feel ghostly. One in particular has haunted scientists for decades, the 52 Hz whale. Unlike any known whale, it sings at a frequency too high for others to hear. That means its calls go unanswered, forever drifting through the ocean without a reply. Imagine being able to sing, but knowing no one can ever hear you. Year after year, this lonely song continues. Some believe it is just a malformed whale, unique in its voice. Others wonder if it is something else entirely, a creature no one has ever seen. There are also sounds that seem almost intelligent. One recording, nicknamed the whistle, was so sharp and distinct that it seemed less like random noise and more like a signal. Another, called the train, resembled the rhythmic clattering of something enormous moving steadily through the dark, like wheels turning underwater. None of these sounds match natural patterns perfectly. Some could be ice. Some could be earthquakes. But what if they are not? What if they are messages? The scariest part is not just the sounds we know, but the fact that the ocean is still mostly silent to us. Over 80% of it remains unexplored. For every Bloop, for every Julia, there could be 1,000 more sounds we have never captured. Imagine creatures so massive and alien that they only reveal themselves with a single call, once every century. Imagine civilizations hidden beneath the waves, sending signals that we have mistaken for random noise. Imagine voices that do not want to be heard, echoing through the abyss, waiting for someone to listen. The ocean is vast. It is deep. And it keeps its secrets well. But sometimes, those secrets slip through. They come to us not as sightings, not as photographs, but as sounds. Recordings that leave us more questions than answers. Are these merely natural events, the earth groaning under ice and pressure? Or are they proof that something unimaginable exists in the darkness below? The truth is, no one can say for certain. But one thing is undeniable, the ocean is speaking. And the more we listen, the more we realize how little we understand. So now I ask you, which of these recordings sends the biggest chill down your spine? Do you believe these sounds are caused by ice and shifting plates, or are they the voices of something alive that we have yet to encounter? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, I'd love to hear your theories. And if you enjoyed this dive into the haunting voices of the ocean, don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow mystery lovers, and subscribe to the channel for more chilling tales of the sea. Because if these are the voices we've already heard, just imagine what else might still be calling from the deep.